The AI race is heating up, and the latest buzz is a big one. Google's Gemini AI is reportedly coming to iPhones very soon. If that sounds surprising, you're not alone. Apple and Google are longtime rivals, but when it comes to artificial intelligence, the game is changing, and fast. Gemini AI is Google's next-generation artificial intelligence platform. Think of it as a supercharged version of what Google used to call Bard. It's designed to compete directly with OpenAI's ChatGPT and other major players, offering smarter, faster, and more flexible AI tools. Unlike older chatbots, Gemini was built from the ground up to be multimodal. That means it can understand and work with not just text, but also images, audio, video, and even computer code. So whether you're typing a question, uploading a picture, or speaking into your phone, Gemini is designed to respond in a way that actually makes sense. Now, you might be wondering, why would Apple want to bring Google's AI onto iPhones in the first place? Isn't that like Coke teaming up with Pepsi? Well, kind of. But here's the deal. Apple is a little behind in the generative AI race. While they've been working on their own internal projects, they haven't released anything close to what Gemini or ChatGPT can currently do. So, Siri is still pretty limited. I mean, it's fine for setting alarms and sending messages, but when it comes to complex queries, writing content, or even analyzing data, it just can't compete. By bringing in Gemini, Apple can instantly offer powerful AI tools to its users, without waiting another year or two to finish developing its own version. This is where it gets interesting. Gemini likely won't be just another app you download. It could be integrated directly into iOS, possibly starting with iOS 18. That means it could be used system-wide, like when you write an email, browse the web, or even talk to Siri. Imagine you're writing a message in iMessage and Gemini helps you rewrite it to be more clear or, even funnier. Or maybe you're in notes and need help summarizing a long paragraph. Gemini could totally do that too. This kind of integration could really make AI a natural part of how we use our phones, not just like some extra add-on. But what about privacy? That's a good question because honestly, when Google is involved, privacy is always a big concern, especially on Apple devices. Apple is pretty famous for its focus on user privacy, so you can bet they'll have some conditions in place. Reports suggest Apple will require Google to handle data very carefully, possibly using on-device processing or, giving users the ability to opt out of sharing personal info. Gemini might even have to adjust how it works just to meet Apple's privacy standards. Will this replace Siri? No, at least not right away. Siri isn't going anywhere. In fact, Gemini might work alongside Siri, handling tasks that Siri just can't do well today. So, Siri could still set your alarm or play a playlist, but Gemini might handle more complex stuff, like summarizing articles, generating content, or even coding. Think of it like having two assistants, one for simple stuff, one for deep thinking. What does this mean for iPhone users? In short, a lot. This integration could mean your iPhone becomes way smarter, way faster. You might be able to ask your phone to help you brainstorm ideas, write full emails, translate languages, or plan a vacation, all just by asking. This isn't just convenience, it's a leap forward in how we interact with technology. Phones won't just be tools anymore. They'll become intelligent companions that adapt to your needs. How will it affect the AI industry? If Apple and Google actually pull this off, it could shake up the AI industry in a big way. Google would instantly get its AI on millions of devices. OpenAI, Meta, and Microsoft will need to respond quickly to stay competitive. There's also pressure on Apple to continue working on its own AI. They're reportedly developing something under the codename Ajax, which could still play a role in future iOS updates. But for now, partnering with Google could give Apple the boost it needs to stay ahead in the AI game. So, when will we actually see this happen? Well, most signs are pointing to an announcement at Apple's WWDC in June 2025. That's usually the time when Apple showcases new software. So it makes perfect sense, right? If it's announced then, we could see beta versions rolling out pretty soon after, and then a full release in September when the next iPhones launch. Alright, some final thoughts. The idea of Gemini AI coming to iPhones is honestly a pretty big deal. It means Apple is taking AI seriously, and they're fast-tracking smarter features for all of us users. And for Google, it's a massive win to get Gemini on so many devices. If you own an iPhone, the way you use your device might actually change dramatically in the next few months. You'll get more intelligence, more features, and hopefully, more privacy too. And hey, if you want to stay in the loop as this story develops, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell.